And here we have the confirmation, the order of play. And as you can see, the first 3 matches all finished in 2 straight games, and the men's doubles is coming up. Is GIDEON and SUKAMULJO of Indonesia, the top seeds, against Han and ZHOU of China. And as you can see, of course, is the top end of the draw, as the Indonesians are the #1 seeds, and should they win this match, they are up against the Russians, number 10. And here we have it. There's a massive difference in the world ranking, as you can see. The Indonesians are #1 on that world ranking, where the 2 young Chinese players are number 24. And here we have the players onto court. And the umpire is Dahl from Norway. And the service judge is ZHOU of Canada. And here we have the head-to-head between the 2 pairs, and as you can see, this is the first time the 2 pairs are meeting.
It's your choice. Service, which one? Kevin. Okay. Which side? That side. Who will receive? Han. Okay, thank you.
So it's interesting that the 2 Indonesians, they chose to serve when they got the right to choose here. They won the toss. Just shows that there are virtually no difference in the 2 ends, and it doesn't really matter, but they prefer to serve, not choosing ends. And in the picture here we have GIDEON, and here it's Kevin SUKAMULJO. Kevin SUKAMULJO, of course, is a very, very exciting player to watch. Extremely fast, and his technical abilities is sometimes just out of this world. This looks like we have no profiles. I'll just try to go through it very quickly. Marcus GIDEON is oh, here they come. Kevin SUKAMULJO, 22 years of age, 170 centimeters. And as we can see, ranked 1, and the highest is also 1. They have actually been #1 in the world for 55 weeks. His partner here is Marcus GIDEON, 27 years of age, 169 centimeters high, and of course the same ranking applies to him. They have been performing so steadily on the world scene for a year, and here we can see they did not have to play in the first round. They had a bye, and straight into the second round for today. The opponents are 2 very young Chinese. Here we have ZHOU. He's 20 years of age, 180 centimeters, and 24 on the ranking, and that's the highest they have been on that ranking. His partner is even taller, 183 centimeters, also 20 years of age, and of course the same ranking applies to him as well. And the way to the second round here, they won 21-19, 21-11 in 33 minutes against the Polish pair in that first round. So we're getting ready to play, and in the meantime I will introduce my co-pilot here, Steen Petersen from Denmark, the former national coach in the Danish BA.
Please fasten your seatbelts.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to see some fast and furious badminton here.
Exactly.
So well spoken, and good to have you back here next to me. Having had the first 3 matches here on my own, it's good to have someone sitting next to you, and it makes commentating so much easier, doesn't it?
It's a little bit like high jump when you're allowed to start later than all the other competitors in the competition.
Yes.
So this is a very interesting
Ladies and
match,
gentlemen,
in my opinion.
on my right, Marcus Fernaldi, GIDEON, and Kevin Sanjaya SUKAMULJO, Indonesia. And on my left, Han Chenkai and ZHOU Dong, China. Kevin Sanjaya SUKAMULJO to serve to Han Chenkai, love all, play.
So love all play. Looking forward to this match. Having had 3 women's singles in the first 3 matches, it's a nice change here to have a men's doubles. And when you say you think it's exciting, you're interesting, you're looking forward to this match, what makes you think that?
Yeah, it's the first round of the World Championships. The heavy favorites to win the title, SUKAMULJO and GIDEON, they haven't played yet in the stadium, and they're facing a young, upcoming Chinese pair that's on home soil. So there's certain matches that are a little bit more difficult than they look on paper, and sometimes other matches, due to good matchups, are a little bit easier than they look on paper. I think this one could be a little bit more difficult than it looks from the rankings.
Service over, 2-1.
Also, it's the first chance to sort of get a real good look at SUKAMULJO and GIDEON in terms of seeing what kind of shape they're in here for the World Championships. Got another really important tournament coming up in some weeks' time, and last year's World Championship, that wasn't really a big success for them.
No, they lost the quarter-final last year in Scotland. They lost to Chai Biao and Hong Wei in 3 games, 22-20 in that last and decisive game. But they were seeded 3 last year. They were not top seeded.
They were not the top seeds, and but they still were amongst the favorites. There's been, I know that there's been some injuries to the shoulder putting SUKAMULJO in the past. It was in the Indonesia Open last year, which was also ahead of the World Championships then, where I think they lost to Astrid. So it's interesting to see what they look like.
Yeah, they did not have the best performance, did they, in the Thomas Cup? And maybe that's a little bit of a worrying situation. Yeah. Furthermore, they lost the quarterfinal in the Malaysian Open.
Yeah, but then won Indonesia.
Then they won Indonesia. That's home soil. It's a little bit different.
But it was good for Kevin and Marcus that they were able to win in the semi-final against China, where they played Liu Chang and Zhang Nan. I think that was a really important win for them, having lost earlier on in the group stage against a scratch pair from Thailand.
So you're referring to the year-end finals in that one?
No, that was in the Thomas Cup. They lost 2 matches.
In the Thomas Cup, yes,
yeah.
That's true. That's true as well, yes.
So if they get their play going, if they get the game going, especially this man here, Kevin SUKAMULJO, when he grows in confidence, he's almost impossible to deal with.
Service over, 5-7.
This is what the Chinese have to be careful of when SUKAMULJO is getting in at the net, when he's intercepting at the net. He's always doing it really, really well. That's a forecourt. Say it's a double hit called by the umpire from Norway.
Service over. 8-6.
I didn't see it. Did you see that?
It's very, very difficult for us. We're sitting at a distance here, and we really can't. Very often, it's from the sound that you judge it.
Service over. 7-8.
It can be very difficult for the umpire as well, because very often one player is sort of covering for the other, so it can be really difficult to see the change if there's a change in shuttle flight. Then GIDEON, the Indonesian coaching bench, no change in that.
Service over. 9-8.
Not the best of smashes. Is the Chinese combination doing something right now?
Yeah, I think they are. I think they start out not afraid to lift to the two Indonesians. And then we know that they can play the fast-paced game if they have a little bit of upper hand. They shouldn't challenge the Indonesians at all times in the flat game. Definitely not. But if they have the upper hand, they have fast enough racket movement to challenge the two number ones in the world.
Yeah, they also won the Best Awards, Male Players of the Year in 2017. And it must have been very beneficial to GIDEON to be guided by Marcus Kido before this combination actually was born, if you can say that.
Yeah. Much the same playing style as Kevin.
So the two young Chinese goes into the mid-game interval here with a beautiful block shot there. Sohan Nanzhou of China, the two 20-year-olds, 11-9 up in 6 minutes.
Very quick coaching session from Chen Chichu, the Chinese coach.
11-9.
He's only played 6 minutes, so how much can you say?
Yeah, he must be quite happy. They're 11-9 up. You can't really complain, can you?
Service over. 10-11.
But that in a way also shows quite great insight, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know, it's a good coach, and that's not wasting time as well.
Yeah, sometimes you simply disturb.
Yeah, more than
because she's so eager to help you, want to be part of the match.
And the only thing you do is disrupting.
So the two Chinese players, Han and ZHOU, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, they go into blur these early stages of the tournament, but they quite easily disposed of Adam Schwalina and Milos Boczak, Poland. Good start for them.
Excellent. That's good, isn't it? That's covering the front court really well there.
Service over. 14-11.
Oi.
Service over.
Oh, okay, okay.
I
thought it was Kevin that was faulted on that one. That could have been crucial.
Yeah.
Look at how stationary Gideon is on that one. He's not moving his feet. He's not really ready for it.
That's not his area. He's not going anywhere near that net unless he's forced to do it. And he was here, but he couldn't. He couldn't cope with it. Stays on the Indonesian side.
16-12.
The big nation of Indonesia must be a little bit nervous now. I'm sure most of Indonesia is watching it. Top favourites here to perhaps claim a title at the World Championship is 16-13 down in the first game. And that's make it 17-13.
They're doing a really good job at the moment, Han and ZHOU, in getting to play from a favourable position above the tape.
Service over, 14-17.
We also know that Kevin and Marcus, they're capable of scoring a lot of points, quick consecutive points, and that's basically what you want to avoid as opponents, so important to break the rhythm. I'm not sure if they're alert to that, Han and ZHOU.
Whether they're experienced enough, I would say.
No.
Service over, 15-18.
We'll get a good look at it now, because this is a favorable position for the Chinese pair. Can they convert it to a win here in the first game? That's going to be interesting.
Good support there by SUKAMULJO to partner Gideon, saying this one was going out. I always like that when, you know, there is a support from your partner.
Yeah.
We both agree on this. This is going out.
Haven't seen any flat serves yet. We know that both sides master it.
We're not close enough to the end, are we?
No.
That's normally when they come.
Clever attack again by the Chinese pair. Keeping it downwards, but not really exposing themselves. So there's no chance for the Indonesians to play counter.
They make sure that the steepness.
The steepness there
is really good.
They know that Kevin is challenging whenever he goes to the front court. He's going to challenge, and even if you know it, sometimes it's still really, really difficult to do anything about it. But at least you have to be alert.
So 4 game points here for the young Chinese combination, Han and ZHOU.
Service over,
17-20. Survived the first one, 17-20.
What?
I really like the idea of Han trying to block that shot there to get a little bit more calmness in the attack.
The West is probably going to get a little bit too wild.
Heart's beating a little bit faster.
Move quicker, please.
Short. Short. And China takes this opening game 21-18.
By An Jing Kai and Zhou Hodong, 21-18.
What a good start by these two youngsters here. We got the confirmation, 21-18 in 14 minutes.
保持这样的发球发质量啊，前几拍能够连得起来。但一定要注意，就是他蹭网的球，不规则的球，先起来，防守完全能够防得住，没问题。然后包括进攻，你先打他以后，耐心再控一下，再打，你大胆去抓，啊，非常好，你现在跟得很好，你都能跟得上他球速，没问题。啊，另外就是注意他搏的这个球。
servisnya agak dorong, pembukanya nggak enak. Ya, Vin? Ya. Tadi poin banyak, buka servisnya agak dorong. Ya.
No, it's extremely premature. Should the Indonesians go out on this one, can you imagine how the whole draw?
It will open up.
It will completely open up.
And players will be extremely nervous because there will be a number of pairs who has a good chance of winning the World Championships.
Yes, exactly. Just imagine. I'm not saying it will happen, but imagine if it will happen.
Third biggest favourites to win a World Championship title ahead of this tournament, Kevin SUKAMULJO and GIDEON. Biggest favourite, Taishu Ying in women's singles, and second, Momota in men's singles.
Yeah, I agree with you.
More than 50% to win for the two singles. And men's singles, over a 50% chance for both of them, according to the bookmakers. And it's worrying for the Indonesians the way that first rally went on, because, I mean, of course, Han and ZHOU, they have a good defense, but it's not an amazing defense in any way, and they seem to have to work a lot to score their points. And knowing that Kamura and Sonota is also in that upper quarter of the draw, there's some obstacles ahead, even if they should manage this one.
2-1.
They play clever, don't they?
Yeah.
These half-court shots.
Service over to all.
That's a good shot. Not an easy one.
Service over. 3-2. Whoa! 4-2.
Yeah, that's very nicely intercepted there by Kevin SUKAMULJO on the third shot. And the Indonesian combination is 5-2 up. Call in. Will it be worth a challenge?
I thought it would be worth a challenge.
Service over. 6-3.
We have a backline camera, so it'd be nice to get a view of it from there.
Very sharp on that one. As you said, as long as they have the upper hand.
Yeah.
There's a slight upper hand on this one. We're talking about, let's say, half a meter or so, but they can play the shots downwards.
it's going to be a lot of emphasis on the service situation. Well played again by Marcus Gideon. The picture, the two Indonesian coaches are working really hard, offering advice to their players.
Service over, 9-5.
So the two Chinese here hanging in. Good interception there by Han.
A little misunderstanding, but they were in luck. The Chinese perfectly executed rally, in my opinion, from the two Chinese players, except for that traffic jam at the net there. SUKAMULJO is at the back line, then your defense, whenever he smashes, should go alongside the line, because Marcus Gideon is not a natural net player in any way. He basically covers the middle, and that's pretty much where he's dangerous. So playing straight along the lines will get you out of a lot of trouble.
Service over.
Getting a little bit of help in their attack, playing this far side of the court. There's a little bit of drift, helping the attack.
Yeah, but it's good defense by ZHOU, isn't it? The way that he actually defends so well against Kevin at the net, getting them all back. Then, of course, the confusion on the block shot there. Here we see that confusion right between the two players.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
Am I right if I think that the two China players, they have done well to stay in? The train could have been running away from them.
It could. They were behind 8-4.
Yeah, and that's where I feel that, you know, it could have been slipping for them, but they hang in there, and it's just 3 points in it now at the end.
But they have a tough task now, because they have to score within the first 3 rallies or something like that.
They have to.
He's not getting much back today in the defense, Marcus Gideon. Sporting a new hairdo. Is he?
Service over.
Inter yang kurus.
Looking for new inspiration.
Yeah.
12-9.
He raises his left arm while he's serving GIDEON. Of course, we have no idea whether it's over or below. We can't see that from here, but it's definitely suspicious. So very alert by Eric de Roche.
Service over. 13-10.
It's one of the shots when it's unsuccessful, you always want to block it.
Yeah, that's the way it goes. There he comes. And please explain to me about Kevin's serve, because everybody is talking about it, and you're obviously an expert on it. So please, here we saw the flick, but now the short serve is coming now.
Yeah, and the shuttle tumbles like
almost the Sidex.
The old Sidex serve, where players would hold the shuttle in the cork and hit the feathers. Here you can see it.
Oh.
And you can see it when it crosses the net. It tumbles a little bit, and he was the first to sort of implement this. Now a number of the other players are practicing on it heavily. We've seen Marcus GIDEON is as good at it as well. But he can also serve it without that tumble, and that makes it difficult. The Danish players, they think that he's got at least 3 different short services. Might be just out of luck sometimes.
Yeah, perhaps.
They run away now in the second game.
Yeah.
The Indonesians.
Yang kurus tarik belakang, Vin.
But isn't it a little bit worrying for the Indonesians that GIDEON is so stationary? Yeah.
I think it is. I think it's worrying. I think that's should be possible to exploit, but apparently it's very, very difficult for the rest of the field, because they are so good at their key competencies. So it's a little bit the same with Nasir and Tontowi Ahmad in the mixed doubles, where Nasir obviously is not as mobile as she used to be, but they've just found a really, really good concept to cover for it. Amazing imagination there from Kevin SUKAMULJO. This time he wasn't successful, but who would think of playing a shot like that? He's almost playing it behind his own head. Yeah, I would flick to GIDEON almost every single time, because he is so focused on the short services.
And then should he attack it, you would drive that one straight into his feet again, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it definitely opens up a lot of opportunities, because he would be moving backwards at a lot of pace, and he would have difficulties breaking it really, really quickly. So it would definitely be Kevin SUKAMULJO defending most of the court. And I mean, he's good, but
court is big.
Yeah. They drifted away, Han and Joe, a little bit in this second game from the calmness that they had, the change of pace, where they sometimes played fast-paced and then blocked it. That worked really well. I think they've been lured into a little bit more fast-paced game here in the second. In the long run, I don't think they'll win in the fast-paced game.
Just keeping that one below the tape, didn't he?
20, game point, 14.
Kevin, the way that he played that shot, blocked it, and the opponent had to play the shot from below the tape.
Yeah.
Game.
So they made it look fairly simple here in the second game.
Won by Marcus Fernaldi GIDEON and Kevin Sanjaya SUKAMULJO, 21-14. 1 game all.
So there's a lot of action in this match. Fast and furious.
现在形成攻守都没问题，现在就他发球完了以后接发球，他第三拍就
Just
加
29
全力了。你
minutes.
敢想他
Played 2 games already.
不是，我说凹了，就他有很多全力打扫了球接外了。
他球速比较快，所以你的接发球的强放有效，推开中路不要有接发，不然他就抓你一拍，他就靠你这个。
因为还是不敢太，因为接就是他那个很壮，接往前或者老是打接外。
重一点。
对。
你捅的时候稍微捅重一点。啊，捅重一点。二推也往上推的。
对，他是往高的，他都是全力往高的打。
他往上推，你这侧起来，你可以往下推。加油啊！保持动啊！
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
And Kevin SUKAMULJO here in the picture. Who commends the third and final game in this match.
Final game.
Love all it is.
Love all. Play.
It's not only this match, it's actually that return of serve. That was really, really good, wasn't it?
To be able to take the pace out of it. SUKAMULJO in the steep smashes, because that prevents him from moving forward too early, and then these stop drops to Marcus GIDEON that prevents him from coming backwards where he's comfortable. Satisfied there, ZHOU, yes, as well as the audience here in the arena.
Again, really well defended by Han, and Kevin is trying to find that deep forehand corner, but even that was covered too by Han. So 4-love for China.
Service over. 1-4.
It seems like whenever they get a chance of attacking this transition phase, the Chinese pair, they target Marcus GIDEON whenever he's moving backwards, and with a lot of success. Chinese point of view, still an okay rally. They play back at Gideon in the service situation at the net, challenge the presumably weaker net player. It's fine idea.
It's going wide on that sideline.
3-5.
Important phase of the match now. Got that back.
I cannot believe he did that behind the back, but not only that, with quality.
Again, amazing.
That's going wide. Wow. It's amazing, as you say, how he got that rock back. Not only the first one, but also the second one. This one here is the first one. 29 shots in this rally. Just shows the reflection. The reflexes here of SUKAMULJO, how quickly he can react. And of course his skills are not to mention. Yeah, they looked a little bit worried, don't they?
It could have been a total game changer had the Indonesians won that rally, so it was more or less a must-win for the Chinese pair. But this is now that you feel you have a good chance of beating the hot favorites. So can you still maintain your focus on the next rally? Play according to the game plan? That's going to be interesting to see.
Well
played. Fantastic play.
Yeah, managed to lift them from side to side, Kevin on the back line. And then waiting for that counter-attacking opportunity, but once again playing those steep smashes.
Yes. And also, I mean, it's also having the personnel to do it, because these two Chinese players, they really fit each other, because they can play on both the front court and the back court. It's not as much of a preferred
combination
position as Gideon and SUKAMULJO, with Gideon on the back court, SUKAMULJO obviously on the front court. Well played by SUKAMULJO there. Staying in balance. One of the things he's got to do, if he's kept on the baseline, is that he's got to aim his attacks at the spots of the body where the Chinese will have to play the mid-court. Again, they tried the challenge here, tried to play it straight back along the lines.
Out.
The Chinese are challenging. This one is called out. Kevin was very, very quickly pointing out that please don't try to interfere with the line judge's decision. Because the two Chinese, they were kind of celebrating the shot.
These challenge situations, the umpires really have to be alert. Yesterday we saw the English combination of Chris Langridge and Marcus Ellis. They were cheated off a point in the first game because the umpire got it wrong. That's a catastrophe, in my opinion. That can happen.
It's so close, many of these matches, that, you know, losing a point like that can, as you say,
and it's 2 points
change
difference.
it. Yeah,
You're 3 points up or 1 point up. That's a big difference, especially when the game went on to be 19-18, and they eventually went on to lose it, the English side. So it's terrible.
6-9.
So let's see if Kevin here can work his wonders with his serve.
Good return.
They're simply just taking the spin out of it.
Yes. delivery. Fantastic. I thought it was going long.
Yeah, it's amazing, but that's why he's slicing it a bit.
He's slicing a little bit, yeah. Faster with the racket than anybody else on that front court.
And he doesn't seem to be in doubt.
No. Again, lifted it. Left arm.
So just 1 point away from the mid-game interval here. To attack here. This one, a lot of players probably would have gone cross-court, but I think this was clever to go straight.
Kadang-kadang dimainin sana, tapi set kedua nih, set ketiga pindah tempatin tangannya tekan terus ya. Depannya masih depannya berani main. Bukanya banyak meeting. Bukanya banyak meeting. Ya turun taruh ya sama serangannya kalau misalnya nggak mati kenceng-kenceng nggak mati ini pelan lagi. Atur aja diatur variasi. Kalau kenceng nggak mati, temponya juga pelangin lagi. Ya tekan lagi pegangnya depannya siapapun yang di depan. Bukanya banyak meeting variasi. Players on board.
Seems like nobody really wants to play on here.
No.
11-7. Play.
So 11-7. China's up against Indonesia. Hanan ZHOU against Gideon and SUKAMULJO.
Oh, it's called fault.
Yep, there's a double hit on it.
8-11.
Points for the Indonesians.
9-11.
First 2 points after the interval here has been crucial for the Indonesians.
Yeah.
Catching up.
Good movements there by Marcus Gideon, that he was doing something at the net.
Yep.
Covering one area. The only thing he shouldn't do is just stay in the middle.
Yeah, in the middle he covers nothing.
And he's alert that they're playing back at him at the net. Excellent start to the last part of the match for the top seeds.
Yeah, the first 4 points going the Indonesian way. Now 11-all.
Exactly what you would expect might happen, that the Chinese push the service return and then playing it into Kevin SUKAMULJO, who's able to capitalize. I think they should still target Marcus Gideon at the net. They just have to push it 5 centimeters longer, so it will be a mistake instead of just playing the net.
Good call here by Han. Shouting to his partner, leave it, leave it. If you hit that one, it might come back. It's much better to leave it.
Well played. Excellent play by SUKAMULJO.
Service over. 13-12.
So mistakes are definitely creeping into the game of the two Chinese now.
Yeah, it's a battle for the initiative. They played lots of important matches before. Han and Zhou, they are the World Junior Champions of 2016. So, not a new situation. And here, a little bit too eager, perhaps, and
14-13.
top seats. 1 point ahead.
Again, it looks like Han does he look like the captain in the team? He's the one that really shouts now and again.
Yeah.
You know, it always need a captain and one to follow. If there's two captains, it's kind of quite tricky, isn't it?
Or you have to divide the so you have different
areas
captains in different areas.
Yeah.
He stepped up, Marcus Gideon.
15-14.
Yep, maintaining this 1 point lead. But it's a wonderful length, isn't it? It's a good lift, it's a good attacking lift. Unsuccessful, it's called in.
Challenge unsuccessful. 1 challenge remaining.
Which means it's
Service over. 15
even
all.
again, 15 all.
Fantastic.
How does he do it?
Yeah. It's gone long. It's way long, that one.
But if you win it, it's a patient, isn't it?
Gives you experience.
Once again, it's interesting that Kevin SUKAMULJO was the one that was targeted.
Normally, if you target him, you're a little bit afraid of the counter attacks that might come here. But I just think the Hall is a little bit too slow to those counter actions, and the Chinese are also fast in the feet and good in the flat game. This is one of the match types that you have to survive sometimes to win the big titles, where you're a little bit
I agree with you on that.
in the ropes.
Yeah, when you're hanging out there and just hanging on to it, somehow winning it means that you've been out there, you've been facing defeat.
Yeah, and the saying that when the going gets tough, the tough gets going. So if you don't get going, you're not that tough, actually.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But this is about the time where you want to create a little cushion, because if it's 19 all, then it's too much.
It's down to
luck.
Down to luck and chance.
2 net courts from Han and Zhou there.
Very much been in control, the two Chinese, of this rally.
That's going long. Not really looking at the baseline, Zhou. I think we see the differences on the side, that the Indonesians are defending a little bit better the Chinese pair have a little bit tougher time killing it on this near side of the court.
And that has given a 2-point cushion here for the top seeds from Indonesia. Gideon to serve. Oh, what a return. What a return.
Serve is over. 17-18. Service over.
And the top seeds from Indonesia here, Kevin SUKAMULJO, is just 2 points away.
Advantage Indonesia, 19-17 up, SUKAMULJO with the serve.
Yeah, it's a great advantage to have.
Service over.
Somehow that faded into the sunset.
19.
And to serve to Gideon, 18-19.
Flicker.
Yeah.
Good shot.
Oh, that stays in. That stays in, and Kevin SUKAMULJO is just pulling it off in his defense. Managed to get it overhand on this one.
Service over.
Look at that.
20.
Just managed to get it over him, and it stayed in on that sideline. Giving 2 match points to Indonesia, 20-18 up. The first one, 21-18. Really, really good serving there by Gideon. Made it so difficult to return. And that was a scare for the 2 top seeds here, winning in 3 games. Lost the first 21-18, won 21-14, and then 21-18. But as you say, that might even make them stronger, doesn't it, Steen?
Yeah. Tough day at the office. A lot of relief in the expressions of the 2 Indonesians here. We're still in it. We get to play tomorrow.
Absolutely. And here we have the confirmation that Gideon and SUKAMULJO wins 18-21, 21-14, 21-18. And they are ready to the next round of the men's doubles in the World Championship.